her in. There we go. Welcome, everybody. It's your girl, Anaya A, and we're back for another great and wonderful night with our team, the ECI. And this evening, we are talking everything ETFs, as well as, what's some of the newest trends in the economy? What are some of the things that are going on that our smart and really amazing group members have access to? And before we do that, we want to say welcome to those that are watching. And I'm going to go ahead and get us on Instagram as well. And in the interim, I have somebody live here with us who is our resident updater / Garveyite. And he is going to share some information with us just now. And you all may know him as Mr. Biko, and I know him as King Biko. All right, Mr. Biko, come on over, please, so that you can inform the great community of economic crisis on what's going on in your hood. And there's an event coming up as well.
Yes, Hotep family, Hotep.
Hotep.
You
need to get closer.
Oh, okay.
And you're on Instagram there too. Look at you there too, right
Oh,
there.
okay. Okay.
Okay.
August, as folks are gathering to celebrate Harlem Week, many of us are gathering to celebrate Marcus Messiah Garvey,
Woo-hoo.
and hopefully continue the work that was interrupted by this government of the United States and Europe, because many of them tried their best to prevent Garvey from getting to Africa and organizing Africans. So August 17th, we'll be having a parade at 5 o'clock from Marcus Garvey Park, 124th and 5th Avenue, going up to 135th and coming back to the park. And after we finish the parade, we're going to be meeting at 128th Street Metropolitan Church, in which Brother Umar Johnson will be speaking about building an educational process for Black children. And that's what we're going to be doing this month. We're in August.
Yes.
And of course, today was have been a day that I've been sad, because one of my sisters who took the vaccine in February is nowhere to be found by at least me. We used to be in communication every day, and she just disappeared. And I think she has left us by all calculation, all questions, all connections. Please, brothers and sisters, avoid taking this vaccine. There are other elements that is better for fighting virus. This vaccine have never been tested. We do not know how many children it will paralyze, how many of our people it will sterilize. It is not tested by anyone who is any humanitarian. It was not developed for humanitarian reasons. And the people who given the vaccine, they will not put up money so in case anything go wrong with you. You're doing it at your own risk. There are other medicines from the oregano oil. As you all may know, oregano oil is one thing I talk about consistently, because oregano oil is a masterful ingredient for the respiratory system. I see my sister like her sugar drink. Be careful with the sugar drink there, sister, because too many of us have diabetes from that sugar. We have to become very cautious of this fructose that they put in our foods to better control our children. We have to be very careful. Though I understand over 12,000 people already died from this vaccine, but the question is not those who already die. What will happen to those 2 years, 5 years from now? We had Johnson & Johnson baby powder that many of our sisters especially was using. And after 20, 30 years, many was developing cancer. And I know many of us don't want to think about it. The sister that that I'm in search of, whom I believe has passed on, she took the vaccine in February against my advice. And I hope that that she has not joined the ancestors, but all indications shows. Last week, there was a funeral at the same church. Someone from the transit, who worked with transit. You know, he was 46 years old. 2 weeks ago, he took the vaccine and then passed after. You know, so
46.
you know, I plead with my people to be very careful, you know, especially if you're in childbearing age, because we want to make sure you have healthy children. And you are healthy for the children that you will have. And the men need to be healthy for the children they're going to be also delivering, to, you know, working with the sisters to have. So we have to be healthy, and we cannot let folks who are against our interests give us medicine that we don't know, that they have not tested. And I tell those who are Christians, if you are created with blood, why should someone tint your blood with non-human entities? I've said enough. Thank you, family. Have a good day. Stay well. Avoid the vaccines.
Thank you, King. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
And he didn't share that he does have a natural remedy, which is oregano oil.
The tablets.
The tablets, oregano oil is actually proven to help stop COVID, and it kills it, and you will not be sick if you take oregano oil. This is a proven
And
thing.
it works for the virus. It works for the cold, the common cold. If you have allergies, if you have inflammation, you know, Google it. Oregano oil health benefits.
Oregano oil health benefits, and they sell oregano oil here in New York at Westerly's, but you can get it online as well. But make sure it's oregano oil, not oil of oregano.
That's right.
Thank you, King. Appreciate
You're
you.
welcome.
And I will make sure I share the contents of this flyer again with all of you. That was King Biko. Before we move forward, you're welcome, King. Thank you. How is everybody doing out there tonight? Is everybody good? I see yes. I see yes. And I see Larry over there talking to little ones. Okay. So with that being said, go ahead, Larry.
What'd you say?
I said, I see you over there talking to the little ones. Okay, now.
Yeah, you know, all 17 of my children, you know.
Goodbye, Larry. Put yourself back on mute. We'll let you come back in a minute. Okay, it went from 13 to 17.
I'm just playing.
We know. We went from 13 to 17 kids in less than 5 minutes. I love this guy. Okay, we're gonna let Mimi go ahead and introduce herself. As you guys know, this is the Economic Crisis Initiative. We've been going a year strong. I feel so positive about everybody watching. Learn to get your money right. Let's increase our wealth and decrease our debt. Mimi is up to share who she is right now.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much, Anaya, for having me here tonight. I'm so happy to be here with everybody. And yeah, my name is Mimi. I'm in Toronto, Canada. And I am an entrepreneur here. Anaya and I met in December of 2019. And it was just such good vibes from the beginning. From the day I laid my eyes on her, I saw her and I told myself, I need to sit next to her. I need to know who this lady is. She's just fabulous. She had all the positive, great energy radiating around her. So I mustered up the confidence and I went over there. And just like at that Whole Foods right there at 125th, there's always something crazy going on. So me and her just locked eyes and we're like, okay, we're good.
We're good.
We're people. And from there it was history. And Anaya has been such an amazing friend and an amazing mentor to me. I'm here in Canada running my law firm and my tech company, waiting to come back to New York, very excited to come back. It has been a little bit difficult with COVID, but now that things are kind of easing up around here, for now, I think it's the best time to just make a move, come out there and really join forces to see what kind of change we can implement in the community. So super happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me yet again. And I'll pass it to Mr. Robinson. to
Well,
take it from
actually,
here.
real quick, we
Or-
have Miss Josie on. Miss Josie,
Okay.
we're
Hi,
doing
Josie.
ladies first. Larry will be back on in a minute with his little story. Miss Josie, where you at, sister?
Hi, Josie.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. Would you like to introduce yourself, Josie? Welcome back, sister.
Yes, this is Josie. I'm very glad to be part of the meeting tonight. I have some reserve about what. His name.
Oh,
What
yes,
he was.
go.
What he was saying about the vaccines.
Yes.
I don't have anything against his point of view,
Yeah.
but I've seen more patients died from the COVID by itself than the vaccines. So and I've seen people that do better with the vaccines than without the vaccines. So I have some reserve about it. I don't know really the long-term sequelae, what he was talking about in the future.
Right.
But to my point of view, I think the vaccines, if you take benefit versus risk, you take it, you will die. You have a chance to not die from the COVID. You don't take it, you don't have a chance to die from COVID. So it's like a personal call, you know?
Got you.
So I see more benefit with the vaccines than without the vaccines.
And let me ask you, before we move on to our next member, what is it that you do? You work for the hospital, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so you're in the healthcare field, so you've seen a lot. Well, I don't want to go too far left with the conversation, but it's something that we could probably take a night to discuss on another, platform that I have, because it's very, so there's so many theories and so many, ideas going on, and I totally get what you're saying, especially if you're in the healthcare field, but it's so alarming when we see the numbers and just the different data. But I would love to talk to you further, Ms. Josie, offline, and then we could possibly have a whole segment on the Anaya A show separately from here, because I know that this whole situation with COVID is just out of control, and it's just too much. Sometimes I just want to run in a corner, because now we have this Delta variant thing that's happening, which is canceling plans again. And here in New York City, I don't know, Josie, are you in New York?
No, I'm in Florida.
Oh, you're in Florida. Okay. Well, they said the cases have gone up there. Look at Kenyon. They said the cases have gone up there tremendously in Florida. And then also in New York, they're about to shut down New York again. So we're very concerned at this point. And it's just very disheartening that we're going through all of this, but that's neither here nor there. We will have more conversations, beautiful lady, very soon. And I would love to talk with you on my platform about it. So that's what I wanted to share.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
What is the name of the oil that he was saying?
Oh, oregano oil.
Oh, oregano. Okay. I will I did everything. I will take I will buy it probably.
Yes, I have it too, and it works very well. And I haven't gotten sick since I started using it. But be careful, because there's some that says oil of oregano, but then it's not that one. It's the oregano oil.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, beautiful. All right. Moving on, we have Mr. Larry. And then if anybody has any questions or concerns, definitely unmute yourself, raise your hand, do whatever you want to do to ask your questions. Even on Instagram, we're on live on Instagram as well. Go ahead, Mr. Larry.
Yeah, I'm Larry, back once again. I apologize. I'm tapped in and out because I'm working on a statistics paper right now. So I'm trying to make sure I don't fail this thing. But yeah, so I'm an avid member of the ECI. So, I'm gonna give my tidbits here and there.
Thank you so much, Larry. And with those statistics, you found anything regarding ECI or any stocks or anything?
Nah, with the ECI, with the statistics, this is just like a general consensus of certain things. It's not, with us, we focus on us.
Yes.
This is talking about other people. So,
okay.
Sometimes you got to tap into that to, bring information back here. So
That's it. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
right.
Right. Kenyon, welcome back. Kenyon Gregory, little big brother. Welcome back.
Hey, how's
Hey.
everybody? What's up?
Great.
What am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to do? What is this whole thing?
Who are you? And please stick around more this time around
Oh,
because you have
yeah.
a lot of
Okay,
info.
yes, ma'am. Yes. All right, so
Yes.
let's go here. Let's start from there. Hi, I'm Kenyon Gregory, known as Ken the Don. You may hear me on the Tight Knit Radio Show, but I met Anaya through Eartha Harris with the NAN, National Action Network. Last year I came up there to hear from Reverend Al Sharpton. He gave a good word that day, and then I was like, I've seen you on some lives a few times. And she was like, yeah. So we got connected. So, you know, I came on here before and shared a little bit of what I've done and things I've saw. But for everyone who's, you know, coming back on just as I am a serial entrepreneur. I'm really heavy into service-based jobs and things, helping people, giving people a job and allowing them to up and level themselves up. I'm really into the community and things of that sort as well. So that's, like I said, how me and Miss Anaya got connected.
Yes.
So I'm excited to be a part of the economic crisis group here in New York City. As always, I'm here located in Brooklyn, Maryland. So for those of you who don't know where that is, that's right between Glen Burnie and Baltimore, right? I'm right there, Brooklyn, Maryland. So I'm excited for what's, you know, going to happen tonight. But whatever we're going to talk about, you know, I'm always here for the talks.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And we're so glad you're back. And I love the fact that he says serial entrepreneur because he has his hands in many different areas. And you know what? I do too. And so do a few of us, right? Mimi is another one who has her hands in a few areas. And my thing is do whatever makes you happy, you know, do whatever brings you joy and what's safe, as well as, you know, it makes you feel good. So I know Ken has quite a few different things that he's working on presently, but he always has time to drop dimes and wisdom. So does Mimi, so does Larry. We even have Dan who wants to, I don't have that link though. He wants me to send in a phone number for him to call in. And I don't even know where to find that phone number at. If anybody knows how to get that phone number for Dan, he's asking an ECI right now. I don't even know what, I don't even have that number. So I don't know what he wants me to do with that, but I know he might be watching on Facebook. So for those that are watching tonight, Dan actually proposed that we talk about ETFs, right? I know a lot of you have a ton of vital information in a number of arenas, especially when it comes to this platform that we're dealing with the economic crisis, and just, you know, helping people understand the game, basically helping people understand like what's good to invest in, what's not good to invest in. I know my stockbroker, and that's why I wanted us to talk a little bit about it. If you all have any anything you want to add about the ETFs, please feel free to do so. My stockbroker definitely said one of the first things that he said to me when I was transferring over my funds is I will definitely be in, you know, investing in ETFs. And at first I didn't get it, but I think ETFs has a lot to do with the electronics, right? And it has a lot to do with whatever's going on in the financial world, if I'm not mistaken. Anything like, my brain goes blank, but I know I am investing in the ETFs because it's kind of what makes the world go round. I know people like Mimi have a whole lot of information because we've talked about this briefly before. I think Kenyon had some information about ETFs before as well. But Larry, I know you know different things too. So, you know, with the ETFs, I'm not savvy, but I love when my other people are and who can share some top-notch information. So Larry, I saw you trying to unmute. Do you have anything you want to share on the whole ETFs?
All right, so on that, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what's the ETF, because I've seen Dan say it a couple times. I might not know what it is. What's
So
the ETF?
it stands for, I know one of them knows, Mimi and Kenyon. We've had different segments on ETFs. It's like electronic something funding something. Don't get me to line, but I'm going to Google it and tell you exactly what it is. But we invest in ETFs all day. Apparently, my stockbroker definitely wanted me to invest in ETFs because it's what makes the world go round. So I'm gonna tell you right now.
Is it trading? Is it like the day
It's about
trade?
trading and exchange traded funds. And it's like anything that has to do with like
Like foreign currency?
foreign currency,
Oh yeah, I don't know nothing about that.
electronics,
I
like
don't know about that. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I
you
don't
don't
know
even
nothing.
right. So he proposed it and then he's not here for it. You know what I mean? I love Dan, but I know that.
Hey, so
Huh?
I just gave it the link. That's sorry, I went away.
Oh,
But
okay.
an ETF basically is like a basket of securities. Somebody's trying to call me. Or sorry, harder. But yeah, it's a basket of securities that you can trade and exchange just like a stock. So you can see it in the way of a stock, and a lot of people have it on Robinhood and things of that sort. Different ETFs. But yeah, that's basically what it is. Just a basket of different.
So
things.
like with like electronicals and anything that's really trending and things like that presently, right, Kenyon? In other words.
So I gotta ask this too. Is it something that's tangible? Like I really don't have a base
I feel like
grasp
it's
of that.
intangible.
So it's more of like a combine
Okay.
of mutual funds, stocks, bonds, individual stocks, stuff like that. So that's where it's that. So I wouldn't say yes or no to that because as you said, it is an exchange of different products and such that we have. But I'm not the expert. So yeah,
All right,
Right.
so
I'm
so
trying
so
to keep the conversation.
so that I can understand it a little better, right? So you know how when we go to Bath and Body Works, and then the salesman says that, well, if you get this lotion, this soap, and this spray for this bundle, is for $50. Is it kind of
Right.
like that, like a bundle of stuff together?
It's so interesting because it's. Go ahead, Kenyon. Kenyon, unmute yourself. We're gonna be here for a minute.
No, so honestly, it's low risk investments. Okay, so
Okay.
it's nothing really tangible
That's what I was
right
saying.
now, but it's more so on the investment side. And ETFs are more good, like because that's where I haven't been here on the economic crisis group, but that's where I've been focusing right now. The 4 quadrant. So I'm more the business owner, investor side now. That's been my focus. And when you get into the investments, you want stuff that is low risk. Okay, so ETFs are really good because it's a low risk investment, and then they're low cost. So like I said, it's a hold. It holds everything in one basket. So it's like a basket of stocks or securities or whatever it is. So it continues to increase in diversification because you have so many different things. Okay. So then as it continues to increase in that diversity, then you're able to go from there and be your own individual investor.
Okay. See, the reason why I'm asking is because you in that arena, I'm not gonna say I'm not as confident. I'm more into I feel more confident in the tangible things because I'm on the investor side as far as like land and real estate stuff that I can actually touch.
Yeah.
So it's like with the market and everything, it's still kind of funny to me a little bit. Like I'm kind of the jump in, jump out type person. Like if it's real low, I'm gonna jump in, I'm gonna let it jump, and then I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna make mine and then throw it in something else. So that's why I'm trying to get a somewhat of a basic understanding. I know I'm not gonna learn nothing overnight, but I'm just trying to get a close understanding.
And this is what the Economic Crisis Initiative is, right? Because we definitely want to empower each other and then help people grow by teaching people a little bit of what we know. Because again, our disclaimer is none of us are advisors, but we are in this thing to learn and grow, right, Kenyon? And to share quality information. Because when we first started this thing, a lot of us, well, some of you already knew your stuff, right? That's why I'm so happy with people like Mimi and Kenyon who jumped in from day one. But like myself, even though I had my investments and my money like tied away in certain things, I legit did not know the first thing about the ETFs or any of these acronyms. And then trying to ask people was like pulling teeth. So it was so disrespectful for me that people would not take the time to explain. So what I'm saying is we here on this group, and those that are watching on Instagram, Facebook, wherever you're watching, understand every question is welcomed here. We want everybody to feel comfortable in asking. And Larry is the key person that will ask you something, because not only is he going to learn it, but he's going to teach somebody else. And sometimes he got to break it back down to Anaya A. Hey.
That's good.
That's it. So welcome everybody that's watching. Please ask questions. Kenyon, I know you unmuted yourself as well, and you had something that you wanted to share.
Oh no, we were having that conversation, so I was just fired up now, like.
Okay.
I mean, I can say that
Hi, Blue Virgo.
Well, does anybody else? Mimi, you got anything you want to add? Anything before I
Mimi,
go?
did you want to add anything before he goes
No,
in?
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay.
Okay. Well, basically, in my opinion, there's just two ways that, you can make money from this. So basically, it's through the capital gains or it's through your dividends. All right.
Mm.
So understanding those two different sides. And we all know that, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. So when you start to understand your numbers, I can't tell you how much you should invest or what to put in or whatever. That's how your lifestyle is, what you got demanding for you, what you can afford, all of those things. But what I will say is, like I said, you'll get your gains through either investors putting in a lot of money or making more money, like depending on, the amount that's been invested. But it's through that, like the compounding side, or it's through the dividends and just, growing that as well. So it's basically on you guys, so.
Mhm.
it's-
And getting the information. Now, what would be the best way, right, for us to gather more information or do more research? Speaking to like a financial analyst directly, correct, Kenyon?
Lord Jesus. So I could offer a lot of things, but I'm not at liberty from people that I work for to.
No. I'm saying for those that are wondering out there that's listening tonight.
Oh,
they
okay.
can
I
get-
mean, honestly, the easiest, quickest way, and I know it's like the casino of the crypto space right now, Robinhood, you can go in there to learn more and to just even look at different things. You can type in their search engine, you can type in a lot of different things like, ETF or crypto, different things. All that stuff you can still search and read up. They have different things you can read up. I do a lot in Coinbase. And then a lot of my things, honestly, I got into a long time ago when it comes to the ETF side, was
Okay.
Yield Street. So
Yield Streak.
Yield Street.
Okay.
Street. But that is a very high-end like investing portfolio type thing. So you have to have at least $5,000 or $10,000. So, I don't know if that one's what you guys really want to strive to, but that is one that would really, they do have a lot of Q&A and things. So they're more professional for you to get an understanding.
And are they like an app that you join and things like that, or do you have?
I'm not sure if they have an app. I haven't really dealt with them at that development of their life. They were online. I just Googled, you can Google Yield Street. You can find their website where you can, invest and do what you need to do. I'm sure they do have an app at this time. Well, honestly, I'm not gonna lie.
Got you. Well, I know you're an avid investor, so I know you have different, things that you're working in, and that's what I love. It's young people doing great work. Welcome everybody that's watching. If you have any questions via Instagram or even through WhatsApp or anything, please feel free to share. Mimi, you are now with us again. What would you like to share, Mimi? Because I see you back, Hunty. Yes.
Yeah, I'm here. And I love what Kenyon said about compound interest being the eighth wonder of the world. Any type of investing, I think, starts with saving.
Yes.
No one should be investing unless you have an emergency fund. If you have a rainy day fund, if you're able to pay your rent for at least 6 months, that's my opinion. Just as a disclaimer, none of us are financial advisors. We are speaking from our own experience, and that's something that I love about coming here every week and just discussing where everyone's at, because you never know what small little tidbits of information or what kind of resources we can share with each other, and then sharing it, on this platform through the various channels. So yeah, one of the services that I offer is the full education portion of all these topics. My platform allows people to come in with absolutely zero knowledge whatsoever, and you learn at your own pace. If anyone's interested in this, feel free to reach out to me. I personally have learned so much, and it's not even about the different markets or areas of the market. Most of my education that came within the last 3.5 years, or that's when I kind of started, was rewiring my money mindset.
Okay.
I've been in entrepreneurship for 10 years and I made money. I lost the money because I didn't learn in school how to do my taxes, how to save, how to set up my retirement fund, how to get a bigger tax write-off. Because as an entrepreneur, we have a lot at our discretion. We have a
Mhm.
lot. And it took me to be in a really bad, unhealthy financial state for me to say, listen, this is not going to work anymore. This is not healthy. What are you going to do to fix it? So I took this money mindset course. It's a course that I offer now, and I take it every year just to keep myself in check. Some of the topics, like I said, investing starts with saving, how to purchase a vehicle, how to purchase a home, how to save for your children, or in my case, nieces or nephews for now,
Same.
you know, but these are all topics that I didn't really take that seriously because I had money coming in. So as long as I had money coming in, I'm like, okay, I'm going to be good. But then what I love, like an analogy that I love is if someone's been working for 10 years and you've been working a minimum wage job, and after that 10 years, you fail to have $10,000 in your bank account, that means you failed to save $1,000 a year.
There you go. Can you real quick, while we're talking about that, I didn't want to interject. Welcome everybody that's watching. We're talking about money. We're talking about increasing our wealth and decreasing our debt right now. Mimi shared something so powerful. And then I want each of you to give the people some great tidbits as well, because all of you have savings and have some money. Look, I'm not in your personal financial situations, but I'm pretty sure some of you are multimillionaires and you're just not telling Anaya, but that's okay. You don't have to tell me, but I would love for you all to share some great tidbits on saving and how to, how you did what you did. An example is when Mimi shared about this powerful $1 a day, 100 days thing, anything like that tonight, because we started talking about ETFs. For those that are joining for the first time, this is the Economic Crisis Initiative. I'm your host, Anaya A, and my sidekick is on here, Miss Mimi, and Mr. Kenyon Gregory, my little big brother, is back, and we also have Mr. Larry Robinson and Miss Josie on, and now we have a new person, Mr. Gene Burnett. Gene, if you want to unmute yourself, excuse me, and share who you are, that's super great. If not, no worries, but we always welcome new people on this platform. And tonight we started talking about this ETF thing, but now we're going to talk about some ways of savings, because I love what Mimi just did. We kind of segued into that, right? Like some of those ways that we've lost money, but then we got back on track. And how do we get back on track? So real quick, let me see. Jean, did you want to introduce yourself or anything? No, you're listening? That's so perfectly fine. No problem. Mimi, tell us and remind us about what you taught us months ago. And I actually did it. And I can say it works. And I'm about to start saving a whole nother lump of sum of money, but I'm going to do it more orderly now. But I want you to share, and then I'll tell you guys my experience.
Sure, I would love to share. So I don't know what the method's called, but basically what you do, if you want to save $5,000 in 100 days, this is what you have to do. You take 100 envelopes, and on those envelopes, you write down 1 to 100. Every day, you put in that value, that value of money in that envelope, and then you put it away. So example, on day 1, you put it $1. On day 2, you put $2, all the way to 100 days. Okay, so at the end of 100 days, there's $5,000 saved for you in something that, whatever you want to use it for. Now, if you want to double that, all you have to do is simply double it. Every day you double the money. So on day 1, $2, on day 2, $4, on day 3, $6, and so on and so forth. So this is something that I did when I came out of school. It seemed like it was impossible, but I knew that on days like when you're up over, at least for me, like after $20, it seems like a lot, because there's there are some days, at least in my routine, where I try to spend $0.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to contribute anything to this world that I'm living in. I am holding on to everything that I got, and I'm saying, I don't need a water bottle. I don't need a $2 pineapple. I don't need a lotto ticket, getting out of that scarcity mindset. So I would, on my day 2 or day 3, I'd think ahead, a week or two, and I'd think, okay, well, I'm going to have to put this and this in this envelope. So how are you going to manage that? So there's one great tip. I'd say the first thing you want to do, get real with yourself.
Yes.
Open an Excel sheet, create 2 sheets, income, expenses. And if you have online banking or have your card set up to a system where you have access to your spending report, extract that, get real with yourself. How much does it cost to live per the month? What's your rent? What are your expenses? What are the extra subscriptions you're paying that you don't need? What are, what are the little coffees that you are buying every day that you could just grab a mug and make your own coffee? Just because people have money or are on their way to already reaching their goals, it doesn't mean like they're going to start spending like crazy. There's a reason why, at least we know, there's a reason why people who are very successful, they're not living that flashy lifestyle.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's my tip. And my last and final tip would be, and you guys have heard me say this a bunch of times, find a mentor, find someone who's done it, not someone who thinks they're going to do it, not someone who wishes they could do it. So find someone who's done it and duplicate.
Yes.
And that's it.
Thank you so much, Mimi. That is so beautifully said. Welcome to everybody that's watching. Merci, Rodson DeStrong. Tell a friend that we're on Economic Crisis Initiative. And yes, amen. She is talking good on tonight, right, Kenyon? And Kenyon, I know you are clapping it up, and I know you have something that you want to share, and then we'll take it to Larry next. So go ahead, Kenyon.
That was gold right there, Mimi.
Gold, baby.
I'm still waiting for our little workship thing. I'm gonna be patient, but that was gold right there.
Well, we're gonna have another workshop. So you've missed a few, Kenyon. We're gonna get you back on the wait. The board that you have that you did for us many moons ago with the employee.
Oh
investor.
Lord, Jesus. Yeah, okay, we can go do that.
Okay,
yeah,
so let's plan for that maybe for next week, and then we will have you all as presenters again. But for sure, we want to get you back on track, Kenyon. With that.
I don't even know where to start, but what I will say, even from going from there.
Yes.
People have been sold dreams so much that they can't be real with themselves. And that's what I've been working on, even being an MLM and things of that sort, making sure that I truly believe in what I'm talking about and what I'm telling people and getting them to do. So like you said, Mimi, having that mentor, having someone that is proven and has the fruit to duplicate and to make better and to help you out and all of those things, that's what really works out. And I will also put in there, because you laid it on there about the savings. My wife is into the minimalism and all that, so we already envelopes is where it's at.
But wait until y'all go out to eat and y'all look so beautiful together. Give it up for the
couple. No, that's called OPM and OPE. You gotta wait.
Other people's money and
other people's money and other people's efforts. Okay.
Okay.
Capital One paid for that dinner. Cash back. Capital One paid for that. Okay.
Okay.
But it's okay. We ain't gonna go there.
Yeah. Y'all just beautiful, and they put the kids somewhere. I love these two when they put the child somewhere.
It's time to show out. All right.
Let's go. Go ahead.
But having a sense of completion, we're like you said, we have this consumerism, and we got it, the scarcity, everything's got to be in, but having this sense of completion, do one thing, move from that one thing, then move to the next. So if you're doing the envelopes, like she said, now that you've done the 5,000, now it's proven that you've done the 5,000. Now challenge yourself, move to the next, Be real with yourself, but still challenge yourself.
Be
Because a
real with
lot of us,
yourself, but
we fake
challenge
the funk.
yourself.
Like I said, we tell ourselves this dream, and then when things don't work, well, honey, you told yourself that you was going to be this millionaire overnight, and you know dang well you can't save. So why were you trying to be a millionaire? You know, work with the first things, get rid of your debts, pay yourself and save. Okay, that's what it's called, paying yourself. That's what you're doing. Shift your mindset into, oh, I'm just doing this and doing. Pay yourself.
Pay yourself.
A lot of people say pay yourself and go out to eat and all that. No, that's self-care in certain different areas. But pay yourself, okay? To where as though you know you have this money, whether you put it in investments, whether you put it up in whatever it is, you know that money is there for you when you need it. Because too many of times we have this consumerism, we just spend, and then we don't have anything to turn and look for. It's like, oh, it's their fault. No. Like you said, be real. If we're going to talk about being real, this is the stuff where it comes to really being real. And this is how you acquire the wealth, because money and opportunity comes from having the money to be ready for the opportunity. I don't know if I'm making sense for that.
Yes.
But a lot of us, we're missing out on opportunities because you don't have the money saved. But then you're getting upset that you don't have opportunities for anything, but you didn't have the money for that opportunity anyway.
And
So
you didn't
why
have
you gonna be
the
upset?
mindset. It's the mindset. You have to be
Exactly.
prepared for it. Give it to them
Be
with the
prepared. That's
mindset.
exactly what it is. It's being
That's right.
prepared for it. My aunt always told me she was my little wealth mentor when I was younger. She always told me, you're not saving for rainy days, you're saving for an opportunity. So that's how I always seen it. So then when I had money, oh, a car's $5,000. I don't have a car. I have 10 saved, but it's $5. Opportunity. All right, you guys. So I'm not trying to bash you, not trying to make you feel bad or anything of that sort. Okay. But as you're saving, be real with yourself. Have a sense of completion. Okay. Go from one thing to the next. We can't move from glory to glory, like Christians saying, like people gotta say, we can't go from glory to glory and from one next thing for the next if we can't truly know how to master, complete, and then go to the next. Okay. That's all I gotta say.
I just wrote that down because that was so beautiful.
Yeah, I love that. Don't save for a rainy day, save
Save
it
for
for an
opportunity.
opportunity.
I just wrote it down for anybody that cares to learn that little tidbit. Tonight we're speaking truth to power. For those that are watching on Instagram, WhatsApp, and everywhere else, thank you for tuning in. You are live with Economic Crisis Initiative, and Larry has something to share. You just heard from Kenyon or Kendadon, as well as Miss Mimi. They are dropping gems and diamonds tonight. Go ahead, Larry.
First of all, you gonna ask me to go behind Barack and Michelle Obama with them great ass speeches they just gave. You gonna ask me to follow up with that?
I just died.
You gonna ask me to follow
The
up with
wig
that?
is about to fall off. Do you see the wig inching off?
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, they just wrote a great American novel. And you gonna ask me, I got Time magazine and I can't even, you know what I'm saying? But no. But just to piggyback off of them,
Hilarious.
I gotta piggyback off of them. I got to.
Please.
They made great valid points. You know, everything that they said, it was amazing. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna follow up with that, but I'm gonna tell everybody how I learned how to save.
Okay,
So
that's all right too.
Yeah, so growing up in the Deep South, right, illiteracy was very low. Literacy was very low. A lot of illiterate people. Grandfather dropped out of school in the 3rd grade to become a sharecropper. My grandmother dropped out of school in the 7th grade to be a midwife, right? So they didn't know nothing. But my family was very deep in the church. Everybody on here is not religious. That's cool. I'm not the most religious person either. But this is what my grandmother always told me. She said, if you can give 10% to God, you can give 10% to yourself.
Hallelujah.
So how I learned how to save, you know, you pay your taxes every Sunday and you pay 10% out of your check to yourself. Now, I can't sit here and tell people, oh, pay $100 here, $100, because everybody's paycheck is different. Like Mimi said, if you make minimum wage and at the end of the year, you still don't have $1,000, you're doing something wrong. If you work for a whole year and can't save $1,000, you're doing something wrong. I don't care what type of job you got, because minimum wage now is like what, $15 an hour?
Correct.
You can save $1,000 a year.
Showcase.
You can save that. So, you know, one thing that I always say on here, Slow progress is better than no
No
progress.
progress.
It don't matter how long it takes for you to get somewhere. Just get there. You don't have to make no excuses, and no one's putting a timetable on you. Only you can put a timetable on you. Only you can.
Yes.
Mimi might make $5,000 in 1 month. It might take me a year. It doesn't matter. When you're trying to get to the same goal, it don't matter. So, what I try to tell people is, and I'm not no financial advisor, I'm not telling you, oh, take 10% out of your check. But trust me, 10% isn't a lot of money to put aside. Because, a lot of us got extracurricular activities that we do. Some people take extracurriculars and, they might do an illicit drug. Some of us might like to turn up with the spirits. Some of us like to travel. Trust me. Some of us like Chick-fil-A and Starbucks. So what I'm saying is, we can take 10% or whatever percent you're comfortable with. Because I know this. I'm an everyday person too. A lot of us live paycheck to paycheck. We got to keep up with the Joneses. But you can take a certain percentage that you're comfortable with and you can put it to the side. If you got a goal, and I always tell people, yes, it's good to have a goal, but let's have a realistic goal. If you make minimum wage, you can't expect to save $20,000 a year. Hell, you're not gonna bring home $20,000 a year. Like, if you make a minimum wage. So have realistic goals. Take percentages that you can bear to put to the side. You know how we do. We think, oh, we could put 200-300 to the side, but when them bills get tight, we start to creep up in there. We start to borrow against them emergency savings, and before you know, we only got $10 to our name. So put make attainable goals. Put what you think you can afford, and test it out. At the end of the year, see what you got. You might only think you can save 5,000. That 5,000 might be 20. You didn't even know you could save 20,000.
There you go.
Because you did not set an attainable goal. You set what you thought you could do. And it's either you underdoubted yourself, or you over doubted yourself, or you had too much confidence. And you don't like they say in the streets, you done fumbled the bag. So set attainable goals. That's all you got to do. Set attainable goals. And like I said, my slogan in life is slow progress is better than no progress. I could put $10 to the side every day. $10, it's basic, $10 every day. Like Mimi said, $1 this day, $2 the next day, $3 the next day. What is it, Mimi? At the end of how many months you got 5,000? What is that?
100 days, $5,000.
100 days, 5,000. That's a lot of money for 100 days now. For an everyday person, I consider myself an everyday person. But, I do my thing too. But $5,000, 100 days, you got to think. It's how many days in a year? 365 days. So that's $16,000 in a year that you could save. You could save easily $15,000 for something basic in a year. Because, most of us, we like to live off of, oh, what can I do in a year? Or let me wait till tax season to do this. Or, we're microwave people. So
Yes.
if you do it one step at a time, you'll get a lot farther. Your 10% is going to be different than somebody else's 10%. And I'll say this as us as Black people, not just all people, us as Black people, we like to try to compare ourselves to other Black people.
Yes.
And we like to compare ourselves to other people in general. Listen, you're not in a competition with nobody else. Because the moment you start trying to compare yourself, you start trying to battle with other people, you're going to lose sight of who you are. You're going to lose sight of what you're fighting for. So all you have to do is set attainable goals for you. Stay on track, and you're going to get to where you're going before you even know it. You're going to be like, damn, I still got a long way to go. No, you're already there. You already there. So all you got to do is set attainable goals. That's it. Set attainable goals. I'm done with my spiel for today. I'm done with my spiel.
Slow progress is better than no progress. I'm so excited by today and tonight. There's a young man, I wish he was on here with us, but I don't see him on tonight. He was with me yesterday on Instagram, but tonight we have somebody named, yes, they talking good. We have a new person that just joined us named Delicon 8. Hi, Delicon. Welcome. Can you hear me? Okay, we can't hear you. We would love for you to introduce yourself, but we can't hear you presently, but that's okay. When you're ready, you can introduce yourself. Delicon 8, welcome. Okay, Delacan. All right. Well, I'm glad you're here, Delacan. Jean again, Vernette is also with us. Yes, you all are talking so good tonight. You all are motivating the people. The people are jumping in. If anybody has anything else to share, even though your camera's not on, feel free to open it up and share. And let me tell you something, in life, we have to be able to motivate not just the people around us, but ourselves. And I feel like tonight is that right here. We are motivating ourselves as we motivate others, because let me tell you something, we cannot help anybody unless we are helping ourselves. Years ago, I found out, or I realized, or I came to the conclusion rather, that I can't give everybody everything if I'm drowning. Right? You can't save the next man from drowning if you're going under. So what does that mean? You have to be able to assess your situation, fix yourself first, and then be able to help somebody else. One of the things I love about the ECI is the amount of knowledge that we throw around to each other. And I learn every day and I grow from what I learn, and then I share it with others because I want to see people do well. So let me share a quick little testimony with you all that I took Mimi's advice and literally I did that little, savings plan. And one thing I want you all to know, well, I didn't get to 5,000. Let me tell you something, because midway I confused myself with the little envelopes, but I'm starting all over. I'm telling you guys the honest to God truth, but I saved like a good almost $3,000 in the process. Because let me tell you, once you start putting a plan together, and I want to share this with everybody watching now who may watch later. I loved what Larry stated, by the way, too. A lot of times we think we don't have money because we spend money on stupid stuff that we really don't need. And I used to smoke. I'm not going to hold you. I used to smoke a lot, and I used to spend a lot of money on the bag. Okay. Y'all know what kind of bag I'm talking about, cigarettes included. Okay. Praise God. And I literally didn't have a desire to smoke, but because of what I was going through, I thought it was helping me. But when I started doing the calculations, and that's for anybody watching tonight, don't go calling my mama, oh, Anaya says she just, she used to smoke, duh, she knows. But this is what I'm saying about this. And I want you guys to analyze this with me. Once you realize how much money you spend on stupid stuff, you start to realize that you're richer than you thought you were. For example, Mary J. Wana only lasts for like an hour or so. In my world, like 30 minutes to an hour, some people less, some people more, whatever. The bottom line is this: you spend a ton of money on something that's going to be, that's going to depreciate rather quickly to start with, right? Because once you buy that bag, it really comes down very quick. And then you go and smoke it, and then it becomes nothing after a few minutes. And then on top of that, you get the munchies. So you got to go back and spend more money. Come on, can I get an amen? Somebody knows what I'm talking about. I wasn't the only one out here smoking weed. Hallelujah. Okay, so you go out and you spend more money on the food because now you have the munchies, and now you just spent all this stupid money for 5 minutes of pleasure, which is not really pleasure because you just thought about all the crazy stuff that you have going on in your life. Now you're more depressed, so you got to go get more weed. And it's like this continuous cycle of foolishness. Right? So that's just one little example I can give you guys. But once you start to remove certain things out of your life, you realize, oh, that 20 that I was going to buy the bag with, I could put that towards my savings plan for that house or that piece of land, or even something that's going to be worth its while once I purchase it. Right, Kenyon? I saw Kenyon agreeing, because we're all in the same cluster of we are saving money towards the future. So what does that look like? If you are doing something presently, and maybe this is a call to action for somebody tonight. Matter of fact, let's do a call to action. Let's put it out there like this. You know me, I always have these ideas. Let's say that you're really miserable doing something right now. Let's say you want to quit smoking. Let's say you want to quit drinking. Let's say you've been spending too much money on getting your nails did, and you're tired of these expenses, and you really desire to purchase a home or get into the stock market. Tonight, I'm challenging all of you to go out and do what it is that you've been trying to do for a very long time. Like, let's say you've been wanting to start saving money and go into a stock or buy some stock or save towards a house. Tonight, I'm challenging you to get rid of that debt, get rid of that extra foolishness that you don't need in your life, and start to save money. It can be $1 a day, like Mimi is saying. It could be 50 cents a day. If you don't have $1 a day to start saving, let's try 50 cents a day. And I tell you, no lie, it works because I am living proof. I had to start reanalyzing my situation and my life. And guess what? Once I started to save and once I started to get out of my own way, all of a sudden I saw the value in myself again. So I'm speaking life because I see Kenyon agreeing. Okay. I'm speaking life back into somebody who was depressed or who did not feel like they could do it. Once you start saving your money, doing things differently, I feel the love. I'm getting loves on Instagram right now. You will feel so good about yourself. You will start to see life differently. You will have a purpose. Can everybody say it? Purpose. Let's say it together. Purpose. Yes. Purpose. 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 I'm telling you, once you start going towards your desires and your goals, you will find your purpose and you will be able to wake up every day and you will be able to do the things that you've always wanted to do, because purpose is the key in growing and manifesting beauty and growth and wonderful ideas. Once you find that purpose again, you can overcome anything. I just had to share that with you guys because I feel like somebody needed to hear it. I apologize. I can go on my little rants, but I'm so happy to share that message because it worked for me. And I'm living proof of, stopping the foolishness and growing myself and getting out of my own way. Mimi, back to you.
I love that so much, Anaya. I love that so much. And one of the core values in the way that I run my business is once you reach to that level, you send the elevator right back down. Absolutely. And I feel like this is that conversation that we needed to have, between the 6 of us or 7 of us on here tonight, and plus all the people watching today, tomorrow, whenever they watch it, because the internet never forgets. There's opportunity all around us. It just depends on person to person. We have 2 eyes and we looking out of these lenses of our life of what's going on inside, but all it takes is one person to spark that energy, because energy is the most energy and time are the most invaluable things and the most transferable things without us even being aware. Absolutely. Negative energy does it, positive energy does it. And I'm just so grateful to be here and to have, this opportunity, because when this pandemic started, I'm an entrepreneur. So I set my own hours. I make my schedule. I do things how I want to do it. But when this pandemic started, I'll admit I was lost, because now everything's transitioned online, but a lot of what I did, especially with my law firm, needed to be in person, needed to be in the courts. And if I wasn't, me also having that mindset, going out of the house to bring back the money and then coming home and relaxing. And now it's completely flipped on its head, but I realized the only one in competition with myself is me.
Absolutely.
Right? I'm only focusing on getting just 1% better every single day. 1% better, 365 days. That's over 100% return on your investment of yourself. Right?
Give it up. Yes.
Yeah, no, I think this was so much needed. I know I needed this talk. I know I needed to hear this, and I needed to be part of this conversation tonight, because it just re-sparked that energy, that time back into everything that I'm doing. We're all on here, coming here, committing every Wednesday.
Yes.
We're doing it out of the goodness of our heart. None of us are essentially getting paid to be here, or we're doing it because we want to send that elevator back down. So with that being said, I just want to give one word of advice to any entrepreneur out there that's listening. Put a value on your time. Put a value on your time. We all have our different areas of things that we are passionate about and would like to give back and would like to participate in. But I realized for myself when this pandemic started, I couldn't do everything. And I needed to be very specific about this is how much my time is worth. This is how much it costs for this. You're more than welcome to come into our ECI family because we are a family.
That's
We
it.
open it up for so Kenyon can have his people on here. Anaya, her, like all of us together, bringing our collective group together. But if it's that mentorship, that time, that energy, and you want that one-on-one, if you're an entrepreneur, put that value on your time and then add taps.
Hi.
Right.
We have
So
our friend. I'm so happy. We have our friend that's back. He is the young man I was saying I wish he was on tonight. N'a parlé anglais à soir, mais moi content ou là parce que n'a parlé sur sujet côté nous supposé kembe ti kob nous travail sous plan nous etc. So attendez nous et puis on fait commentaire plus tard. Blue Virgo is back on with us as well tonight. So in case anybody's wondering, we're live here with this young man. His name is Mr. Vladimir. Hold on. He's all the way in Chile, but from Haiti. So everybody wave hi to him and wave hi to Blue Virgo. Yes, we are live. And he is a young man that's needing inspiration. And I was just so happy when he just signed on. And for everybody that's watching, hold on, let me say this message in Creole. Don't go anywhere, guys, okay? Because these are my Haitian speaking people, my Creole speaking people. Pour tout le monde qui a suivi nous à soir, aujourd'hui c'est Economic Crisis Initiative. Nous fait programme ça chaque mercredi. Côté nous by inspiration, motivation, tout bagay pour moun qui pas connaît comment pour Québec kob nous, c'est ti kob nous, fait pi go bagay. So assuré c'est ça nous gagner avec moun nou yo ou connaît créole moi tête en bas, mais moi souhaite nous comprendre moi parce que n'a joine inspiration à soya. Merci, Vladimir, merci. So with that being said, look, Kenyon is laughing, but it's the truth, honey. We are not playing tonight. We're so excited because the people are joining us from all over the world. We have Chile, we have Haiti, we have some people in France. Recently, I connected with a young, powerful brother out of Canada as well, and he travels all over, and he has been getting us connected to the Haitian community even more. And I'm so excited by what's happening because at the end of the day, we are here to share inspiration and hope. And one thing I wanted to piggyback off of Mimi is this. Mimi said it. We are here in the ECI group for anybody that's interested in joining the ECI so that you can get information. Remember, none of us are financial analysts. We don't get paid for any of this. This is our disclaimer, but we are here volunteering our time and our love because once you gather information, once you start seeing the benefits, why not give information back? So please join us at 347-617-6873. Again, 347-617-6873. Pour tout le monde qui parle créole, 347-617 617 68 73 347 617 6873 ou quoi Miss parler comprendre est-ce que vous comprenez moi zo biggie moi souhaite zo biggie ka comprendre moi assoyant okay so pour tout le monde Kev Gadenu, please join us on WhatsApp. Say WhatsApp 347-617-6873 because we want to bring everybody together. And in this group, we communicate every week. One of the things that I love is when somebody has any great information, they go right on the group chat and they share it. And if anybody, yes, my best friend. 1 second, y'all. Okay, Mapfeli Kunyela, I'm gonna add the number here, but Kenyon or Larry, I saw one of you unmuted. If either one of you have anything else that you wanna share, please do that.
All right, I got something I want to share for anybody that's looking to buy a home, right?
Yes.
So people come to me all the time and ask me, you know, can I buy? They'll tell me they're working on their credit, or they have a certain amount of debt, or this, that, and the other. There is a program in America where, an exception for you having, you know, items in collections, They don't care about your credit score.
Mm.
They don't care about what type of debt you got.
Are you guys listening to Larry? Listen to Larry. Go ahead, Larry.
They don't care about your race. Matter of fact, this organization was created to combat racism because there were a lot of banks and financial institutions that were discriminating against us. There's this program in banking and finance called redlining. So pretty much what that means is at a certain time in history, after slavery, they would put us in certain areas in every city. You know, banks would know this is a low income area based off maybe a zip code, or maybe based off of a neighborhood, or based off a community, right? So they would deny us for some reason. They'll say, well, your credit's not good enough. Well, your income's not good enough. Well, your job's not good enough. Or you haven't been in the country long enough. You know, for all those who, you know, newly might have came over here from a Haiti or from a Jamaica or from a Spanish speaking country or from an Arab speaking country or any type of country, they'll do whatever to keep you out of the loop. The program is called NACA, if anyone's never heard of it. NACA stands for Neighborhood Assistance Corporation of America, right? So what I love about this program, right? What I love about this program, it doesn't matter what your race is. It doesn't matter what your credit is. Kenyon can have an 850 credit score. I can have a 500 credit score. Based off the program, we're going to get the same rate. And it's going to be the lowest rate in America.
Real quick, repeat that. And is that overseas as well, or is that strictly for the United States of America?
It's strictly for America because it was created to combat financial racism.
Okay.
So the organization is called NACA. That's the acronym. Is Neighborhood Assistance Corporation of America.
Thank you.
And it is an organization that is financed through Bank of America, believe it or not, which is crazy to me because it's one of the more racial corporations, but they back this organization. So
now, Larry, real quick, what is the latest findings on NACA, and are they open now during the pandemic? Because we are in a seller's market. For everybody that's watching on Instagram, real quick, let me share this information. For those that are watching on Instagram, you're listening to Larry share some very vital information. Tonight on the Economic Crisis Initiative, we are speaking about all things ETF, all things investments, saving money. And he's sharing that there's a program out there for those that are interested in buying homes under the name of NACA, Neighborhood Assistance
Corporation of America.
Neighborhood Assistance Corporation of America through Bank of America, which is a very powerful bank. And Larry, is this available to anybody? You can just walk in?
To everybody in every state. So this is not regional. This is actually based out of New York.
It's based out of New York. Let me write my notes. You hear that, guys?
It's based out of New York, but they have regional offices in most major cities in America. Now, to initiate it, you will have to start online because the pandemic, a lot of offices are closed. There's a lot that are open and they're appointment based.
So Larry, let me ask you this. Do you have to have, this is why it's vital that we share information on economic crisis as well as the Anaya A show and things of that nature. Right. Larry, do you have to bank with Bank of America to get?
No, you do not.
Look at God, because I don't bank with Bank of America. My bank is not Bank of America.
Because here's the thing. Even though Bank of America backs the loan, NACA is a nonprofit organization that secures the loan for you. So with them, if you go on the website right now, I can't do it because my phone acts kind of funny. You can go on the website right now and it'll show you the current interest rate and it'll be one of the lowest in the country.
But either way, it's a grant for a down payment on a property.
No. It's a mortgage product.
Oh, it's not a mortgage product.
It's a mortgage product. Matter of fact, last year, May, June timeframe, when I was looking online, the interest rate was down to a 2.1.
Wow.
So it's always, if you look at it right now, it's going to be one of the lowest in the country. And it doesn't matter what your situation is. Me and you, I don't care if you got a 400, I got a 700. we're going to get the same interest rate. Now, I will tell you this, of course, because it is a government / nonprofit grant and program, if you got anything in collections, they're probably going to deny you.
Okay.
That's probably the outlier, of course, collections. But
So here's why this is important. Sorry, look, for everybody that's tuning in, the reason why we do these shows and these platforms every Wednesday, and we have the WhatsApp group that's dedicated to people of color, Black people, people like my friend Vladimir that's in Chile right now, who's needing help, who needs a job and things of that nature, right? What we want you to remember, how this platform started a year ago, is to increase wealth and decrease debt. Larry hit the nail on the head when he said something. A lot of times, and I'm speaking English, but I'm going to try to translate in Creole. A lot of times we do not get the same opportunities because we have collections on our backs. We have a lot of debt, and they look at the debt to income ratio. What does that mean? You have to be able to make enough money to eradicate that debt, or do not go into debt. Why is that important to learn? Pou ki sa na pale sou bagay sa yo chaque semaine, parce que nou vle moun noir, spécialement, moi-même, moi vle haïtien nou kopon nou bagay. Moi gen moun sa yo ki lavem chaque semaine. C'est expert yo ye. Même le yo pas travail nan bagay sa yo, mais yo aide moun chaque semaine avem. Nou vle nou kopon, nou pa ka achete tout tente nan paye net, et puis pas jam paye le bac. Pas fait ça. Joindre outil travail, payer ti bilou, parce que des opportunités de yo pour nous, mais nous pas qu'à joindre pardon, oui, si nous gagnons un pile debt. So I just shared that in Creole the best way I could. And I want the people to understand that we have to know how to save our money, yes, but we cannot keep accumulating debt. And that's how we miss out on a lot of opportunities. Right or wrong? Did I do good, guys?
Yeah, great.
Thank you.
Amazing.
so
And I do have to run. I'm so sorry. I had a call that started a few minutes ago,
No
but
problem.
so nice to be here. Just shout me out at the end and I'll see you next week.
Of course, and share whatever information you have in the group message. And we're going to do another panel real quick, Larry. We're going to do another panel because I want you all to present. Larry and Kenyon has the platform that I want him to represent. I know Mimi had to go, but we have to do that again in regards to entrepreneurs, investors, employees, and that whole quadrant we're going to do again for the people to learn the benefits of owning your own thing. So Larry, go ahead and finish with that thought, please, for sure. And then Kenyon, back to you.
Okay, so I've known about this product for a while, but I'm going to tell you the amazing thing about it. So I have a good friend of mine who, he didn't have the best situation.
Mm.
And I'm going to tell you, when he purchased his house through this product.
Oh, so you know somebody.
I know a few people.
Okay.
But here's the thing. I'm using this example because this is a real life, everyday person example. Most people that I deal with, talk to, they are credit based like me. One of my best friends had a credit score of 506.
Wow.
Okay. I don't want to tell you how much money he made, but it was on the lower spectrum, close to the minimum wage spectrum.
Okay.
He got approved through NACA.
Now, is that because he didn't have a lot of debt in his name?
He did have debt in his name. He had
Wow.
he had about $35,000 worth of debt.
Wow. But he still got
And
approved.
he still got approved, and about 15,000 of his debt, because he showed me was hospital bills.
Mm.
So what I'm saying is, but here's the thing. He was making consistent payments on his debt.
Okay.
Nothing was in default. That's why I made the disclaimer. If you got anything in collections, you might not get approved. His debt level was it was appalling to me, considering his lack of credit, but he still got approved.
Mm.
Because he was still constantly making payments on the debt, but he had low credit.
Do you guys hear that? You have to make payments towards your debt. I love this information. okay, let me say it in Creole real quick because we have a lot of Haitian Creole speaking people. Si nou gen an pil debt, pas de problème. Mais essayez payer ti bagay sous dette là. Pas quitter dette you là, aller loin, loin, loin. Pour que ça n'a parlé sur ça, parce que gen encore opportunité, ça n'a parlé, c'est au bagay qui ka aider nous acheter caille ou programme, oui. Même là, on a un pile problème, même là, on a un pile dette, mais si vous faites petit paiement, si vous essayez de payer partie par partie, WAP joint aide assistance dans le programme qui est NACA, which stands for Neighborhood Assistance
Neighborhood Assistance Corporation of America.
and Lina Bank of America. Moi connais Vladimir ou juste Chile ou pas qu'à joindre information ça facile, mais pas de problème. WAP connaît pour les ou vini États-Unis, m'a fait joindre information les ou vini. Mais pour tout le monde qui a suivi nous, Bank of America has this great program and it's to help buy a home. Go ahead, Larry.
Okay. So here's another thing that a lot of people might not know about real estate. I like sharing this because this is what I know. So
That's it.
my background, and I know I don't really talk about it too much, is real estate investment. So I'm more so focused on the multi-family units outside of the single family. So like when I say multi-family, I mean anything between a duplex and a quad. And also with this product, if you're into that, it also qualifies with the duplex to the quad. Anything above a quadplex is considered commercial. So these are residential properties. Believe it or not, everyday people own these properties.
Absolutely.
Everyday people like me own these properties. So if that's what you're also into, you can buy a quadplex with any mortgage product. The stipulation is you have to maintain one of the units as your primary residence.
And for 5 years, correct, Larry?
Well, no, not with every mortgage product. That's why you have to study each mortgage product. I'm putting NACA out there hoping that people will actually go look it up for themselves.
Yes.
Every mortgage product is different.
Right.
Now,
But typically, if you have a property that you get a grant for, it's like 5 years that you have to live there.
No.
Okay.
No. Because let me explain something. When I
Okay.
bought my first, and I'm gonna give you some more background about me. I am also prior military. So I have bought properties with the VA home loan. I bought a property, stayed there for 1.5 years and sold it.
See, look at
There's
Larry
no-
talking truth to power.
There's no time frame for certain products. So for the VA home loan, for anybody on here that's military or prior military, if you move in somewhere and you just decide, man, I don't want to live here anymore, I don't want this, you can sell it. The VA home loan doesn't have residency stipulations or domicile stipulations. You can leave on that, but a lot of the conventional loans, if I'm not mistaken, FHA is 5 years as well.
Yes.
So FHA, because that's a straight government loan.
Government.
Now, with FHA, they do have a 5-year minimum requirement, but with VA home loans, I'm not sure completely about NACA. It might be 5 years, it might not be.
Well,
I know my friend.
Everybody should do their research either way before going in.
Right. Now,
That's
my
the
friend,
key.
he's been in his house for going on 10 years now. Going on 10 years. So he loves it. Great product. It's crazy because he's married, him and his wife. Like I'm not gonna say what job they work, but both of them work minimum wage. And
Wow.
they were able to get approved. Of course, I know the income in Virginia is a little different than people in New York, but they were able to get pre-approved for a house for $185,000.
That's
So
beautiful. And they're working minimum wage.
and they're working minimum wage. Now I want to tell people this, right? When you're looking for that mortgage product, when they tell you what rates you get, now the rate also dictates how much of a house you can afford. Let me say that one more time. Your rate dictates how much of a house you can afford. If me and you work the same job, right? We can work the same job, make the same money, but your rate is a 6.0 and my rate is a 3.0, I can afford more house than you.
Absolutely.
So that's
And
why
a lesser payment as well.
Well, yes and no at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Only the rate dictates how much house you can afford.
Right.
Because when you put the interest on top of the actual cost of the house, it dictates how much you can afford. Now you can't say lesser payment because me and Kenyon might go for the same style house. He might put 35,000 where I do no payment down. Of
Mhm.
course, his payment's gonna be way lower than mine because he put 30,000
Right.
down. So
Absolutely.
the payment isn't dictated on that. All that's dictated really with the interest rate is how much house you can afford based on also your income and your credit. So it's a lot of factors that
It's a
go
lot
into
of factors, but I like to
Right.
throw in a lot of different key points. So when people do start doing their research or they are in a mindset to go into this type of arena of buying a home, looking into, NACA, looking into grants, looking into the different type of mortgages, going in to even get pre-approved, for example, because in everything, you have to start with that pre-approval letter to begin with. So anytime we try to put something in people's minds, especially those that are watching that have never heard of any of this, I try to throw out some information to share so that they can have their minds open. One of the things I want people to realize is not everybody's on our level, right? Larry, right? Kenyon, even with Mimi and things of that nature. So we have to break things down in a way for the community who's never even thought about owning a home, number one, or never even knew the first step. So we have to break it down for them, throw different ideas, and then help them understand the different levels. Go ahead, Larry.
I got another tidbit for us people. And like I said, I look at myself, even though I'm currently not lower class, but I came from lower class.
Yes,
There
sir.
is another benefit to this program. And when you go online, you'll see it.
Okay.
For all of us that are either on the poverty line or we live in public housing, I'm going to tell you a benefit about this program. They accept as payment Section 8 vouchers
Through NACA.
through NACA. So if
Amazing.
you're on Section 8 living in the projects, living in HUD housing, and you want to buy a house, you can use your Section 8 voucher.
Do you
to
hear
buy
that, guys? You could use your Section 8 vouchers with this program. This is why, you know what we're going to do? Let me tell you what we're going to do. We're going to have a separate, hold on, we're going to have a whole separate panel about this. And we're going to discuss this in more detail because that's a lot of information. But that Section 8 thing, we have to teach our people to get out of poverty. We have to teach our people that you can utilize what you have in your hand. And let me share this. And I see Kenyon is nodding because Kenyon has something to say. I see the exclamation points over his head. Let me share this real quick with you guys. Years ago, Bishop T.D. Jakes, because I'm in the ministry and everything like that. And I listen to a lot of ministers, especially those that have something. I don't like dealing with people that don't have anything. Okay, let me repeat that. I listen to people that have something. I don't like listening to people that don't have anything, because at the end of the day, if you don't have anything, what are you going to teach me? How am I supposed to grow if you can't grow? So with that being said, when I look at Bishop T.D. Jakes' assets, when I look at how much Bishop T.D. Jakes does for the community, that is a hero for me. And I say that to say, one day he shared that the whole message was what is in your hands. And I'm speaking of Vladimir as well and others that are watching, because I don't have 1 million people watching me right now, but that's okay. One day I'll have 1 million people watching us, and it's an us thing, but that's fine, because let me share this with you, because right now I'm speaking to the individuals. What is in your hands? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, when I say that, I mean, what do you have to contribute to your greatness right now? Like myself and Vladimir talk about this, right? We talked about this a couple of times, and he's going to do his research. You're looking for work right now. You're looking for something to do. You're looking for, a way to pay your bills. What creative abilities do you have that can get you into the doors of where you're trying to go? What do you have in your mind, okay, that can help you build something? And I'll share this with you, and then I'll let Kenyon take over. Hi, Junie Bud. So Bishop T.D. Jakes said something so powerful. That's my sister from Green. Do you want to say hi to my group on here? Okay, I love her. That's Grameen's sister right there. And I'm going to share about Grameen in a minute too. So we have this thing. So Bishop T.D. Jakes said, that chair and that pew that you're sitting on tonight, it didn't just get there. And God didn't just drop it in your lap, or you didn't just fall onto it. God gave you the tree, and then he gave you the creativity. You remember that, Kenyon? He gave us the trees, and then he gave us the vision to create that pew, to create that table, to create that chair. So what am I saying? Kisa nou genyen nan menu ki ka ede nou jodian. Hallelujah. What do you have in your hand, in your mind, that's going to get you to the next level and help you to succeed in whatever area you desire? I'm trying to tell you, that's a word right there. That's a word. That's a word right there. Come on, Jesus, have your way. Because people think that success happens overnight. Nou pa ka vin riche nan 2 minutes. No, you have to work at it. You have to keep trying. You're gonna fail a few times. Wap pedi batay la, des fois wap fatigue, you'll be tired a lot of the times. You won't want to go up and go out or even wake up sometimes. But what is in your hands? What is in your mind tonight? What do you envision? Woo, tonight's message is so powerful. Oh my God. Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead. Woo! I'm done talking. I'm done.
But yeah, like I was saying, I encourage everyone to really go to the website. Like I said, even the Section 8 voucher information is on the website. And I didn't even realize that, so I went to go do the research for myself.
For
and
yourself.
I actually called one of the area offices, and I was acting like I was on Section 8. I was like, look, can I use my voucher? They was like, yeah, all you gotta do is bring the information, da, 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 da. And they told me straight up. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm about to get everybody out the project.
Everybody.
I'm about to get everybody out the project.
I love it. And you know what? That's the mentality. That's the mentality right there. When he found out how he could benefit the community and help the community, he determined that he was going to let other people know. And that's why we do Economic Crisis Initiative every Wednesday night. That's why we have a group. Again, that group number, what's up, is 347-617-6873. 347 617 68 73. Wait, 347 617 6873. WhatsApp us now and join us, the Economic Crisis Initiative. Kenyon, what we're going to say? Larry, great information, Larry. Big ups to you. Go ahead, Kenyon.
That was awesome. You guys have been awesome. I'm glad that I'm still connected to something that is progressing.
Absolutely.
And is consistent. So I'm just feeling all the feels. You just saw me quickening because I didn't know if you went straight into tongues or what, but you can't just switch like that for me.
Woo, sorry.
That's why I quickened like that. So, what we doing? Like, yeah, y'all are really, 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 really talking. And one thing I guess I can try to talk about is just like you even said, the creativity. We all have our own creativity. And I made a Facebook post a few days ago, and someone kind of like tried to approach me about it, but I was like, you didn't really hear me. You know, we had the conversation with everybody, but if I have a Ferrari company, why do you feel the need that you need to be the best Ferrari company as well? Why can't you be a tire company? Or why can't you be an upholstery company where you do all my linen on the inside of my car? Why can't we both eat and both eat off this table and grow together? You know, we have this comparison, but I'm so grateful that you talked about that creativity, because we all have our own creative power. Yes. And we won't realize that until you start activating it, okay? A lot of us are asking for faith, but we haven't even activated by stepping out, you know? It doesn't come by you continuing to ask. Start doing it. As you do, your steps will be ordered and your things will be placed out before you. Next thing you know, you are where you need to be. That's what we've been basically talking about everything tonight. Starting at one place and keeping it going, being consistent and growing, and you'll be able to save. Being consistent and pay those debts down, and you'll be able to get a house. Being consistent and put the money away, and you'll be able to invest. Whatever it is, you'll be able to do what you need to do and grow. As long as you stay consistent, step out on faith, truly believe that you have creative power, if we believe, I'm not going to go through the who believes in God or not, but if we believe that we come from him and we have creative power because we are part of him, therefore, there is nothing that we cannot do. Okay? It's
Yes.
called, some people say the law of supply, some people say whatever you want to say, but because he has an infinite source, he owns what? The cattle on 1,000
Amen.
hills. He owns what? He says the gold and the silver is mine. This is the kind of God I serve. I don't serve
Hallelujah.
the poor God. I serve a God that actually says the gold and the silver is mine. I own the cattle on 1,000 hills. This is who I am, all right? He's the one that provides. So if you are connected to an unlimited source, you are unlimited in whatever you do. Do not connect your failures to who you are. Your failures are not who you are. I'm 27. I've had maybe 4 to 5, maybe 6. I ain't gonna say 6 car repos. I've had a lot of different things where my credit's bad. This is why I've created Young Money Muggles, because I've learned from a lot of my mistakes. But that is not who I am. And that is not who you are. You are not your debt. You are not your failures. I'm sorry that you grew up with negative Nancy. I'm sorry that you grew up with your aunts who didn't raise you right. You are more than those things, okay?
Absolutely.
And when you truly believe that, you will be able to create a better life for yourself. You know, I'm not saying it's just going to be you, because through allowing God to work through you and work through others, you will be able to have a better life. But it's the decision that you have to make, a conscious decision that I deserve more, I am better, I can create a better life for myself.
Amen.
Get to work. Get to work.
Get to work.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hold on 1 second. We have Mr. Vladimir. Pas de problème. Allez, si moi pas là, le retourner, n'a parlé plus tard, Kembe là, ouais, nous a fait un gros bagage à soin pour peuple, pour communauté, checker avec plus tard, et puis n'a parlé, m'a prié pour maman. Okay, all right, Kembe la foi. All right. So Sampreneur says, what's the website? Well, we have the WhatsApp group, Sampreneur. You can join us on 347-617-6873. Sampreneur 347-617-6873, where you can have access to all of these fine individuals and a lot of great information. It's your girl Anaya A. We're with the Economic Crisis Initiative. We keep pushing great information and we share. You know, it's more than information with this group, right? It's the inspiration for me. It's the motivation. It's the dedication for me, because we are connected by something bigger. And that's why we keep coming back. And that's why we keep sharing no matter what. None of us are multi-billionaires yet, but we have multi-billionaire mindsets. You know, he just shared something so powerful. Sampreneur, join us, be a part of this team, because, you know, our brother Kenyon just shared it. Young Money Moguls, he's had repos, he's had debt, he's been through some hard times, but at 27, he is a serial entrepreneur. Larry was in the United States, you know, military. Larry has utilized the grants and the monies that the government has given. Give it up, give it up. And he has taken that money and done something with it. You know, you just missed Mimi and a few others, but everybody that's a part of this team has a personal story, and we're here to empower you through our experiences. And that's what we want you to remember, because at the end of the day, none of us are perfect, none of us. But if we can help somebody in their imperfections, that's what it's about. That is what it's about for me. I'm steady dedicated. You know, let me tell you something. This group empowers me. I was tired as hell earlier today. Let me just tell y'all real quick. I was taking a nap on my desk here. Like I couldn't even move, but I said, no, the people have to hear the messages and learn something tonight, because if we can empower one person, we've done our job. You've heard about NACA. We're going to have another panel next week. I think having both sets, more information on grant and funding, Larry, with NACA and other funding for veterans loans, etc. That will be Larry's portion. And then for Mr. Kenyon, he's going to teach us the quadrant again, if that's okay with you, Kenyon. Welcome back. You know, we got to put you to work, sir. Kenyon has a great platform with the quadrant. You know, when we learn from other huge people like, what's his name again? The father, the dad, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, right?
Robert Kiyosaki.
Yeah,
Robert
Robert
Kiyosaki.
Kiyosaki, man, but yeah, he got some decent information, but he done made some questionable statements. Can y'all know what I'm talking about?
Oh, here we go. Here we
No,
go. You're welcome, Sampreneur.
he done
We're
made
just
some
trying to get
questionable
everybody
statements.
out
Look,
there
I
together.
ain't gonna say nothing on that one.
We're just gonna use his quadrant and we're gonna talk
That's
about
all.
that another time.
He
Okay,
might
Larry?
have stole. Hold on, he might have stolen his quadrant from somebody like Ken Young.
Yeah,
Probably. Look, I ain't gonna even say he didn't. He said one of his YouTube videos is Give Us Game. Once I heard that, I've been teaching it since. You can't tell me nothing.
Thank you. Can't tell me nothing. Let me tell you something. You see, Dr. Oz, I be on. I use his logos everywhere I go, and I use that Tony Robbins video clip like it was mine.
Yeah, yeah,
Hello,
yeah,
I
yeah.
was there for that. What we gonna use? What we gotta use? Because they took it from somebody. Let me just share this with you. What
They took
Larry
it from
said is
me.
so true. They took it from you, Larry. Yes. Even Tony Robbins, and this is not like to down him or diss him, but let me tell you how white people are. They go around the world. They find information, they find out what's working in your neck of your woods that you take for granted, and they take it, they flip it, and they make millions and billions off of it. Tony Robbins has this walk on fire thing, and I know that didn't come from America because white people cannot walk on nobody's fire. I know that was from Native America land, that was from Asia, that was in Africa somewhere. He found them doing that over there somewhere, and they made Oprah do it. Ever since then, that man blew up. That's all I gotta say. Hey everybody, welcome to the Economic Crisis Initiative. We are about to shut it down. I want these brothers to share their information on how to stay in touch. Remember, tonight was all about increasing wealth and decreasing debt, which is what typically every Wednesday is about, theoretically. However, every Wednesday we have a different platform, but tonight we focused on quite a few things, and it was so inspirational and beautiful. Don't forget, Mimi shared how you can go ahead and save that money. Next week, we're going to have more on grants and loans on how to buy a home, either one family, multifamily, etc. And we're also going to have the quadrant, and Kenyon is going to present, and so is Larry. I want you all to stay tuned for that. I want you to be a part of the Economic Crisis Initiative. And if you have great ideas wherever you are, I didn't even get a chance to check our Facebook page yet, but I know Instagram has been on and popping. So if you, Tony Eczema, oh my God, Dr. Eczema was here tonight, just joined, but cannot stay long. We'll try to join the Zoom later. Thank you, Dr. Eczema. He's one of our faithful, partners here at Economic Crisis Initiative. He's one of our members. He couldn't watch and stay on too long, but I'm glad he made an appearance. We have a group that really cares for the people, and I wanted us to shut down with some positive words of inspiration, and then, for the gentlemen to share how you guys can stay in touch with them or what have you, or if you just want to share more about the WhatsApp group, it's up to you guys, however you want to do it, but close us out, guys, with some positive words of inspiration. And remember, each and every one of you are beautiful, are wonderful, are amazing, you're brilliant, you're sexy, you are rich, your community is rich, you're healthy. We'll do affirmations later, but that's the piece I wanted to leave you with. You are beautiful and you're smart already, guys, for sure. Go ahead, Kenyon or Larry. Larry's already unmuted, and then we'll have Kenyon. Go ahead, Larry.
All right, if you want to follow me, I'm on Instagram at livinglegend_745. You can find me there, and I'm on Facebook at l.a.robinson. So yeah, so I will be on here every week, giving my little input and tidbits, So I appreciate y'all for having me every week, of course.
Every week. All right, thank you, Larry.
What part of the service were you in, sir?
I was in the Air Force.
All right.
All right.
That was in the Air Force, and my wife is actually a vet from the Army, so it's pretty cool.
Okay, yeah, I got all type of military in my family, all type.
Yeah, good. You guys can find me on Instagram, Ken the Don, or my brand page is YMM or YM Muggles. But Young Money Muggles, you can search that on YouTube, Young Money Muggles or Muggle Talks for our podcast. You can find us on Spotify, Apple, all of those resources. Yeah, but it might be quicker and easier to go ahead and download the WhatsApp and get connected like Anaya A said, and then I'll give you my Calendly app or Calendly link, and we can talk about that, you guys, all right? But yeah, that's about it.
I'm so glad.
I gotta say something about the Muggles, though.
Okay, go ahead, Larry.
Hey, Kenyon, where'd you get the Muggles from?
What do you mean?
Now, look, now,
The
here's
what?
one of my unpopular likes. You know, I'm a Harry Potter fan, so when I
Uh-huh.
hear the Muggles, you know,
I can't with this guy. Not Harry Potter.
Yes, I like Muggles. No. Okay,
You.
so
Join us.
Okay,
on
yeah,
the
go ahead.
podcast. I'm gonna share that information.
Please
believe
tell
it
me
or not, I just started network marketing 2017, and I was into like credit repair and things, that type of stuff, you know. So the lady that I was with at that time, she was just like, you know, what are you gonna do with your life? I'm just like, I like helping people. And she's like, okay, well, what else? I'm like, I like talking to people. She's like, okay, what else? You know, like she was really helping me. So from a brainstorming powwow session, we came up with Young Money Muggles, and then she made me get incorporated and all that in 2018. So I've been running since. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. There you go.
I was just
Listen,
wondering where the term came from.
It wasn't Harry Potter Muggles. It's more so, you know, Muggles like, you know, Jay-Z, or, you know, what he's sought as from like Genghis Khan, or being a business muggle, that type of thing.
Oh, you
At
mean like a
mogul.
mogul? Like a
Mogul is what people will say, yes.
Oh,
But
okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I know it is mogul. You know, us people. from
Yeah,
the
it's an
South,
accent
we try to pronounce
thing. I can't help it. I can't say it like that. My bad.
Okay. I feel you. Appreciate the, cause I had to understand where you was coming from. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I got to break it down all the way, like we said.
I'm like, oh, you like a Potterhead like me, but I had to make
Yeah. Oh, I am. We over here. We're I don't know about you, but we team Slytherin over here. It's okay.
I'm Team Slytherin too. I'm in
All
the
right. Well, we good. We
I'm in
good.
the-
We good. I was about to say I don't know what to tell y'all,
I
but
know,
yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
am.
I'm a parcel mouth too. I'm a parcel mouth.
you have yeah.
I bet you gonna have to meet my Samboa.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I'm in the whole thing. Me and my wife, we do the Renaissance Festival. We do the whole shebang.
I go to the Comic Cons and all that.
Yes. All right, look, we're gonna get her introduced. She's gonna get us.
mhm.
All right.
But I
Art
think
and I.
there's another part that can do it. Well, you guys got that together? Y'all good? Okay, good. Again, for those that are wondering about that, what's up? These two are gonna be talking about Harry Potter and whatever all day, but they better get ready for next week's presentation. I know that Mr. Moguls and Mr. Harry Potter and all that other language that they speak on Harry Potter.
Anaya. You know I come straight off the dome.
I know, but I want you to have some information set up for next week. Thank you, sir. And y'all can talk about Harry Potter all you want later. Okay, thank you.
Everything's in my head.
In your head. Well,
I'm already
listen,
ready for next week.
listen, I know that. Listen, everybody that's watching on Instagram and on Facebook, please join our group 347-617-6873. 347-617-6873. 73. Merci beaucoup. We had a great time tonight with all of you sexy people. And oh, before we close, Larry, do you know that this brother is our newest travel partner? Kenyon is now one of our travel partners as well. So we're doing
Welcome to the
business-
winning team. Welcome
Winning
to the
team.
winning team. We get money over here,
We
man.
getting money and we want everybody to get money and eat. So we'll talk more about that for sure. And let's keep it rolling. I love it. I love it. All right, guys, nothing else that you want to share? You good to go? All right. Well, I'm good to go as well. We love you. God bless you, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. And
But I
now
got something to say. I
Of
got
course.
something to say
Of
for all
course
the
you do.
Haitians. I got something to say for all the Haitians. Say la vie.
C'est
Bam.
la vie. Okay. Sampreneur, you're welcome. Join us on that WhatsApp group, please, Sam, and tell a friend, because we want you to increase your wealth and decrease your debt. And that's what it's all about. All right, guys, you're the best. Thank you, guys. Let's stay in touch, and I'll see you guys on WhatsApp very soon. All right, bye. Bye, everybody. God bless you. Bye, Larry. Bye, Jean Burnett. All right. Oh, so sorry, did you show him exactly what he needed to do?